Welcome back to Mass Appeal. So it's Fitness Friday. We've been working out all day, so we're in a little bit of a need. We got to get a pick-me-up in.
All show long we've been working out. So your pre and post workout meals, they matter. They're an important part of building muscle, losing weight. So now we're back with Ryan Woods and Tyler Pratt from Enfuse Fitness, and they're going to tell us what we should and shouldn't eat if we're trying to lose weight and stay healthy, right? So let's talk first about the pre-workout.
Yeah, Ryan can tell you, kind of the thought process behind how we pair it up fat-wise and that kind of stuff, and I'll tell you what I made. So
perfect.
Well, to be honest with you, we're inundated right now with a lot of media and marketing about carbohydrates pre and post workout. But that, we find with most of our clients who are trying to get leaner that stable energy levels come from fat and protein and a little bit of vegetable pre-workout. We have a lot of success with that. Now, it's not cookie cutter for everyone. Everyone responds a little bit differently. So this is very general. But for us, Ty has prepared. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like flavor. A lot of people think that if you're going to eat something and it's going to be healthy, that it's not going to taste good. A lot of the time the things you like most in the hamburgers are the lettuce, the tomato, the onion, the burger itself. We just do away with the bun. I got grass-fed beef. That's very important. I always try to typically stay with grass-fed beef. It's a lot healthier for you. Mm-hmm. So just do a simple slider. It doesn't need to be complex. That's a meal that you could have right there. 4 or 5 ounces of meat. Some lettuce, tomato, onion, and then you're off to the gym.
That's right. And you were saying earlier too, one of those things you just have to bite the bullet, spend a little bit more, and it's that organic meat.
Yeah,
natural, grass-fed.
One of the things that we say a lot in the studio is ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And as simple as that sounds is, you can be a little short in the grocery bill, but you're going to pay for it long term. So we always like to, whenever we can, buy organic, shop local, so you know exactly where your food's coming from. That's one of the things that we really focus on.
So that's the pre-workout meal. You mind if I give this bad boy a taste?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Absolutely.
I love going bunless. I am all about it. It tastes so good.
Oh.
You don't have all that carbs.
Right there.
Yes. What? I know. Okay, so is it good? Mm-hmm. You're ready to work out. That's
really
the pre-workout
That's the pre-workout.
Now, prototypically, you see a lot of people, and again, in mass marketing and media, post-workout shake. Ty and I do not have post-workout shakes. Now, there's different coaches, different trainers, different philosophies. If you're athletes that are working really hard, sometimes those are necessary. Mm-hmm. Again, we like to have a post-workout meal. Prototypically, Ty and I, again, do fat, protein, vegetable. But for those of you that want to have carbohydrate, that need some carbohydrate in your life, Ty has prepared a little bit of quinoa, some mixed veggies, some chicken, and he's doing a little bit of a stir fry.
Now, what'd you season that pan with?
A little bit of grapeseed oil that has some little garlic infused in it. One of the things that I find when I'm cooking, because I'm not a chef or a dietitian or anything, but one of the things that I do find is that I like to have a lot of flavor. Mm-hmm. And I like to add things in, a lot of herbs, a lot of vegetables that are going to add flavor without adding calories. So what I have here is a mixture of ginger and garlic. Now, typically you'd use a lot more oil in this, but because we're having the carbohydrate from the quinoa, we're going to avoid the oil. So
so we're reducing fat when we increase the carbohydrate.
I get you.
Okay.
Now, if you mind, I kind of want to highlight this for a second. I don't see this often. You use a spritzer. For me, when I cook something like this, I'll use regular oil out of a can or a jar. I'm going to put way too much in because it's not, allocated like this is. This is a great idea, spritzer.
Yes.
Yeah, and if what I like to do ahead of time is because, especially in post-workout, you want to eat fast. So I prepared the quinoa ahead of time just in a rice cooker. Very, very bland, no added salt or anything like that, because then I can add flavor to it later. Same thing with the chicken. I cook that ahead of time, so that way, once I throw my veggies in and get that cooking, I'll be able to add the quinoa in, and it'll be a much faster process. So I'll let these sweat for like a minute or two, and we'll just add the sauce and add the quinoa, and then you're ready to rock and roll. So you should be able to eat within 30 minutes of working out. And if you have to wait for the the quinoa to cook, the chicken to cook, it's just a much faster process. So
now that 30-minute mark, is that the optimal time to eat out after workout? Should you try to do it right after? Where do you fall in that?
To be honest with you, you're a lot more sensitive to carbohydrates, how you're going to use them, how you're going to manipulate them, if you're going to benefit from them right after the workout. Okay, that's the reason why we're allowing the carbohydrates immediately after the workout. So that's when you want to place them. The farther away you get from that window, the less your body metabolizes them properly.
So you want it closer, as close to the workout.
Yes.
If you're going to do carbs, as close to your workout as possible.
Yeah, right after the completion of the workout.
Gotcha.
Plus, whenever I'm done working out, all I want to do is just eat. I just
right?
do it, but I really
I'm feeling
do.
that right now. I want to eat right now.
I know.
Hey, grab a burger. They're very good, even though it's.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to come around real quick, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw my hand right in between because I am starved.
We'll switch spots here.
Oh, what happened, Ash? I'm sorry about that. Oh.
So you're just going to let these cook down a little bit. You don't want to burn your garlic. You don't want to burn your ginger, so you're going to constantly move it. Now, because you don't have as... Oh, all right, hold on. This is going to...
That's good. Right?
It's a little tough now.
But, so while you guys are chewing, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So is this your, like, you know, I get out of work, I go work out, I make this meal. Is this my dinner?
No.
It's not my dinner. This is just like to replenish after the workout, and then I have dinner too.
Correct.
Okay.
Depending on
It's
when
a
your
bonus meal.
It's a bonus meal, yeah.
It depends on when your workout is, Ash.
Okay.
If it's in the morning, then obviously not. If it's at night, it could potentially be the last meal that you have.
Oh, okay, it could, right, depending on
So it's not
how much time
necessarily
I
a
got in
bonus
my
meal,
hands,
depending
right?
on the time of day.
Correct.
I barely have time to make one meal, then two would be hard, but this could be if I was working out late at night. This
Yes.
could be my,
So we're just going to add our chicken here.
Some
Now
nice
the chicken's
chicken.
already pre-cooked. So now I'm at the point now where I just have to start heating everything up. So I'm going
And
to
the
throw this in
quinoa,
there.
it's already cooked. You can put that in last second.
Yep, just put that in last second. Just let it steam a little bit. I have a sauce here. Now, I try to keep everything as low salt as possible, but you're going to have a little bit of salt and things to add a little bit of flavor. So I have a mixture here of fish sauce, gluten-free soy sauce. Everything that I tend to make is always gluten-free, so you can buy that in most stores. And then a touch of sesame oil, just to give it a
Sesame oil is the best.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just a touch. It's a very little amount, just to add a little bit of flavor. So what we're going to do
Looking good.
is let this steam
man,
up here.
It smells good.
Now this seems like it would be a meal you'd eat with a spoon and not a fork.
Well, you're going to eat it with this spoon when
That's
I'm
a
done.
premier tool. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
spoon
Right.
is the utensil.
Do you know, I do think, when I look at a meal, I do think, is this a spoon meal or is it a fork meal?
What came first, I wonder? The spoon or the fork in civilization?
I don't mean this in a bad way, but like I see people using chopsticks and forks and stuff like that. When you can have a shovel, you physically have a shovel that you can just throw it down. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do it that way?
No, I mean, don't get me
Totally.
wrong. A classiness comes into the picture. I think
Well,
that's
that-
where-
Oh no, there's no class here.
Okay,
It's,
yeah.
That was
it's all
amazing,
about
guys.
what's going to be the quickest, most efficient way to do it. All right, so do you guys mind sharing? You guys going to both try this here because
Oh,
this is ready to
yeah.
rock
Oh,
and
yeah.
roll.
Let's try it
Yeah, you
out.
know we will.
All
We'll
right.
try it.
By the way, next week on Mass Food, you kids ready to go back to school? Well,